Alright, and we're back. This is episode 30, and it's getting a little late here. I'm getting kind of tired, but I think we have time for one more episode before bed. So let's get a move on. We're going to start by heading next door. I did look up the spindleweed. There was like one in the mine and maybe one on the Wounded Coast I missed. There were, I think, three in Act 1. Luckily, there's still three more to go, and I don't think anything takes all of the spindleweed in the game. Um, that's Fenris's mansion. We need to go over here now. So I don't think we missed anything. If we did, as I said before, we can always buy it from the Black Emporium for a bit of coin. But not gonna do that unless I have a potion and need more spindleweed for it. Okay. What are we doing here? What was this quest called? Repentance. Who was repenting and for what? Sebastian hired the Flint Company to murder his family. So do we need him with us? Is it gonna let me choose if I go in there? Go to Fenris's, I suppose. He'd probably be pissed if I go in there without him. There we go. Alright, thought so. Alright, let's take Anders for now, and...
That's strange. The door's wide open, and not a single guard posted. This is not the Lady Harriman I remember.
I probably haven't done this quest ever before, because I don't think I've ever actually gotten him as a companion before. So he needs some more cunning for a rogue. Wear better bows and all. Alright, that's right. He has lots of talents yet to get. That one scoundrel one is a nice static upgrade as well. We have all the bonuses from this. Disorient chance. I don't really care about disorienting. I want them to obscure people. I think we have all those. Wounding arrow. Increased damage. That's pretty nice. Oh, so it's based off the righteous chain as well. It's hard to program that into tactics though. There's no use if has max chain. Unfortunately. Guardian Angel creates a personal decoy. That's kind of like the shadow technique then. Plus 25% critical hits. That's not even as good as the one that the regular shadows get. Sebastian has been through worse. He will get through this. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of... I mean, this is okay, but those ones... Maybe we'll give him some more of the... Well, let's give him some points into here. We can get the obscurement from this tree. Isabella also has rush, but it doesn't really make much sense for an archer. But that's okay. He's gonna have some spare points by the looks of it, so we'll do it that way then. Another mention.
There is something very wrong in here.
I'll say. Still got my poison going. Yep. I'm tempted to give them poisons as well, but these things are expensive. I'm trying to be a little frugal now that we spent almost all of our money. I really don't like doing. I see this mansion is the same blueprint, but you can go this way. And can you go down to any of those ways, or probably not? I would have seen a door. Not a door. Not a door. Okay. So in this case, those areas are closed off. This one is not.
More, you lazy son of a bitch! What's taking so long?
Flora?
Why does no one in this house care what I want? More wine, or I swear I will drown you in the dregs.
She doesn't even see us. This is no normal wine.
Maybe she's just had a lot of it. Should we look around then? That is quite a lot of wine. Those barrels aren't empty. Okay, let's go this way then. Can't go into that.
Wine. Anything to quell this pounding in my head.
Wait, no, we came this way. Alright.
I need more wine.
Yeah, I heard you.
More logs. It must be molten. You, more coins. I want every scrap of gold in this house.
Oh, there.
Please, Monsieur!
There's nothing
Moonshine.
to fear. You'll be beautiful. Pour it over her.
Don't! You'll kill her! He can't hear me.
What is going on here? You heard that?
Perhaps I should be the one.
We must end this madness.
What is it though? Some kind of potion? Laura Harriman's diary. First day of Harvestmere. Mother finally began her expansion to the estate today. Brought in 24 men from the Imperium, who I'm sure were slaves, and they've been excavating the hillside behind the house. The dirt is awful. And the noise. Must they shatter every rock in Kirkwall? Been quiet since lunch though, and Mother's behaving very strangely. She's now talking about stopping the expansion, just like that, with no explanation. He never tells me anything. I have Tevinter magic then? Winters are never good news in these games. Ooh, there we go. I like that you can just find these things for once instead of actually having to buy them. Okay, so that's why we can go through those doors. They were barricaded.
I visited this house often as a child. They could not have concealed such goings-on.
Yeah, they did. Another page. Father's behaving so oddly. Today he pinched my buttocks. Ooh. Just reached around the table and I can't imagine what would make him do such a thing. And to the servant girls as well. Some of the things he says would truly make a sailor blush. I told the maids to lock up the wine, but it hasn't made any difference so far. Going to the chantry tonight to pray for him. Something as weird is definitely going on here. Divine Justinia V. Is she the current divine? Oh, okay. I guess she actually rose to, Oh. Well, this is interesting. So she rose to power in 934 Dragon, which is, if not the current year, then last year maybe? Very recent. Alright. Formerly the revered Mother Dorothea of Orlais, and I knew that sounded familiar. If you guys remember from Liliana's song, the DLC, Dorothea was the visiting priest there who helped us, who rescued us. She mentioned she was from Orlais and was a priest there. Did she mention she was a revered mother? I guess yeah, revered mother is just the head of a chantry, so that's not too big of a deal. So was she just a revered mother then, and not I thought the college of what are they called? The Grand Clerics, the College of Clerics. I thought elected one of their own, but maybe not. Divine Justinia V rose to power after the death of Divine Beatrix III in the year 934 of the Dragon Age. Little is known of Dorothea's background before she joined the Chantry as an initiate. Within the Grand Cathedral, rivals suggest that her reticence in discussing her past means she's hiding something. Few of her flock, however, can imagine her as anyone other than a gentle mother of obvious faith. When Beatrix III was felled by a massive stroke, she survived just long enough to put forth Dorothea's name as a candidate for her replacement. Grand clerics from throughout Thedas flocked to Orlais for the Grand Consensus. So that's like the conclave then. A private meeting between the heads of all chantries to select the next divine. The ritual demanded the decision be unanimous. Servants attending the consensus whispered of heated debate over Dorothea's suitability. Her worldly background and demonstrated forgiveness for sinners was held against her. Ultimately, however, the will of Beatrix III prevailed, and Dorothea began her reign as Justinia V. That's really interesting, because I don't know next to anything about Inquisition. That's by intent, but just by what we do know, it seems to be a very religious-based game. Pretty sure you can visit Orlais in it and meet the divine. And so it seems like the divine is somebody we've actually met before. Dorothea. Okay, that's interesting. I like that. And I'm sure when they put her into Liliana's song, they knew even then she would be the divine, and that it would play a role in not Dragon Age 2, but Dragon Age 3. Huh. So consensus, I don't remember if the Papal Enclave requires consensus or not, or if they just need a majority. I was thinking it was just a majority. Otherwise, you could be like really obstinate. But then again, maybe that's why it takes so long. I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so I have no idea. I'm not really religious. I'm nominally a Methodist, but I haven't been to church in... Alright, can't go over to that wing. I love the study of religion though, like as a historical topic. What's over here? And especially like the fake religions they make in the games. Those are always interesting. A trapdoor. Doesn't seem to go anywhere though. Alright, what's down here? Flint Company mercenary. Right, they hired those guys. Darkhaven longbow.
Turn back. There is nothing here for you.
Odd. When we watched you being a drunken ass, you ignored us completely.
You shall not enter.
Uh-oh.
We're under attack.
Are they possessed by demons? Or were these just demons that happen to be around, possessing them maybe? Or like manipulating them? Oh yeah, I think they're over there unconscious by the looks of it. No, that was the Flint mercenary. Alright. Death. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant hit number 2. Whatever.
Demons, temptresses.
Fade's Fury. Oh, it's a long sword. I thought it said longbow. I'm like, that is not a longbow. Plus 3 spirit damage across 2 meters. I like that. It's too bad it's not a dagger, though.
See what greater evil they were protecting.
Underground passive. Sure, let's keep going. Why not? Alright. This is cool.
So close to Hightown. I remember no such thing.
Yeah, it does seem weird to have... I guess we're under the city now? Most cities do have undergrounds of some sort, especially old ones, but... This is cool too because it's a type of architecture I don't really recognize. Like, it's not just a reused zone.
In the shadows!
I like that a lot. Okay. Oh, he actually survived a combo there.
Maker, take you.
What is he doing?
They're hard won and deserved.
These guys are tough. Or they're just not dying when they should be dying.
Go down.
You do good work.
Definitely seeing a lot more combos as we upgrade. I like. Even if you don't like take advantage of the combos, that's still a debuff it places on them for a couple seconds. Once we have even more upgrades, we'll be able to take advantage of those easier. Depending on what's off cooldown. Back there. Like a shaft of light, that's kind of cool. I like this.
Get ready.
A revenant. Alright, let's put a mark of death on him. And stuff these.
We stand together.
There we go.
Before everyone else. I suffer no threat.
That was a 1k hit there.
I still have arrows.
Showing up uninvited. So improper.
Afraid yet?
How about you?
One less to worry about.
Let's finish this.
Yeah, I definitely recommend getting the revenant down fast because it seems like there's a lot of ads in this fight.
We stand together.
Maker, please forgive your children.
Wait, 2 paths now. This one's a dead end now, so let's go up here first. One of the primal rules of RPGs, always go to the dead end first. And really over there. There's a secret room in here. Nothing in it. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh well. So it seems like maybe this was one of the other caves and they just like really redid it with all these arches and all. But it looks different enough to make me happy, so I will give them that. Can I not save it there? Oh, I hit the wrong key, I guess. Alright, so we can quick save. And it auto saves just in case. So far, none of these fights has been super challenging. Oh, I didn't mean. No, 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 not you. You.
That's enough. Let's finish this.
Oh, I hit the wrong button again.
Worry about. One left.
Oh well.
Worry about. You are not
Oh, I'm slowed, I think. It's definitely a much stronger party than we had before. Strong combat. Yep, there we go. Wait, do you want any of those bows? Yeah, this one's a little better. That spirit damage is from the elemental weapons anyway, so. Alright, let's head up here, or down here first. And we'll head around here. No loot in these corners. What are you doing, BioWare? Why am I exploring if there's something to find here? There you go, that's more like it. Still junk, but at least it's something. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose.
That should do.
Fenris is getting lucky
Well,
with all these mauls.
boring.
I need 4 daggers for my party and only 1 trained weapon, and I'm getting all these trained weapons. What are you doing? Oh, was I knocked down somehow? Oh, there's a good action pose. I'll be able to sneak into that. Another revenant.
And stay down.
Mark of death, and assassinate him if you can get to him. And strikes.
Let's finish
You
this.
are not enough.
Is that another revenant? Was that? Oh, an arcane horror. Nice thing for teleporting.
But not my choice.
Amulet. Is that any good? Yes, that's pretty good. Oh, we've got 100% attack again. Yay. You want that? Sure. Alright. A crit chance is actually pretty useful for Brelin, but even so, the Demon's Gift. Before the first blight, there lived an old man and woman. One day, a beautiful stranger came to their house seeking shelter. The old man and woman gave her food to eat and a downy mattress to sleep upon. In return, she offered them a golden mirror that would grant 3 wishes. It's like a folk legend. Looking into the mirror, the woman frowned at her wrinkles and gray hair. "I wish I were young again," she said. Suddenly, the face of a lovely maiden stared back at her. The man angrily grabbed the mirror, saying, "You're so selfish, you could have given youth to us both. I wish you weren't so stupid." Oh. At once, the woman was brilliant beyond measure and saw that her husband had never loved her. He tolerated her only because her age and ignorance made his own seem less by comparison. Angry now, the old woman grabbed for the mirror. At the same time, they both said, "I hate you. I wish that you get exactly what you deserve." With that, they were back together, both ugly and old, but now knowing exactly how much contempt they had for each other. Ouch. Well, nice little folktale nonetheless, but it kind of sucks.
All set.
One of those be careful what you wish for types of tales. It's not an easy thing coming up with folklore, though, because the thing that's cool about folklore is that it's almost like a survival of the fittest type of deal, where the tales that are the best, same with sayings, same with legends, are the ones that survive the ages because they're so good that people tend to repeat them and preserve them more. So there's sort of that natural sieve of history that weeds out all the boring and bad legends and myths and keeps only the best ones. So for like a random writer to actually sit down and say, okay, I want to create a myth, it's like a nice little, like Aesop did. Or did Aesop collect them, or did he actually write them? I don't even know. But it's not an easy thing. I did like that one, so they get credit for that. All right, here's the lady.
You must give me more.
And a demon.
Starkhaven will not submit. I put that idiot Goran Vale into the prince's seat, but the other families won't heed him. I must marry him to Flora and solidify our hold. But I need more power.
I've given you much. Your desires run deep. You've already traded your husband and your children. What more can you offer?
Seems like this is a more powerful desire demon. Going great.
At the Blooming Rose, 50 silvers standard for a whore.
You'll hardly find my services standard.
Who is this? Who are you? How did you get here? Sebastian.
You were my mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her dreams.
This was your idea.
I could create such desires if I wished, but it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you not? You both wish to rise.
Oh, so is this is a choice. You can attack, or maybe, I don't know, maybe she actually does give you like a tome or something. But yeah, as much as she'll, as I've said before, she'll go out of her way to get coin and even power and equipment, but not dealing with demons or betraying her friends. That's too low.
Not if it meant selling out my family.
How loyal were your friends to you? Everyone has a price.
Mara wasn't, but she's kind of
Everyone
naive.
wants something.
Do not listen to her.
Oh, such a pious soul, masking so much ambition. Are you so different from my lady? You yearn for the same lands, the same power.
I am the rightful heir. She is a usurper and murderer.
You swore to put aside worldly goods and ambitions, but they couldn't stop you from wanting them.
Yeah, that's... So did he relinquish his rights as heir when he became part of the Chantry? Not really clear on his whole story, really. Either way, I don't want her listening to a demon.
You'll be a good ruler. It doesn't matter what you do to get there.
I'm not acting from ambition. I only want what's best for my people.
For the people who'll adore you. All those smiles they used to save for your brother. Now you'll be the shining prince. All you have to do is kill anyone in your way.
Silence, temptress. Your whispers led our allies astray. You're the only one I must kill.
Not that easy. Alright. So, yeah, allure. I like they actually named the demons. I feel like they're going to run out of names eventually if there's a lot of Dragon Age games, but might as well use it while they can. Okay.
Here we go.
Let's take out the demon first. I feel like Lady Harriman is probably fairly powerful, but he's the main threat. There we go. And a backstab should finish you.
You go through me before anyone else.
Alright, as for Lady Harriman, I would assassinate her. She assassinated Sebastian's family.
Stand down!
And then slay their little demon friends here.
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Great staff there. But, no daggers still. But decent gloves. Is that the way out? Yeah, Harmon Estate. Alright, didn't miss anything, did I? Don't think so. Why can we never find good daggers? Don't even need that charm. Your attack rate already 100, so you can probably do that. Yeah, it doesn't lose much. Yeah, I could upgrade all 3 of these. Where does it say your critical chance? Or it doesn't. Under stats. 50 and 191. I have a lot more stamina. The damage, the attack. I don't really need more attack though. I'm already at 100%. The thing. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I have. I feel like I should be switching out of it, but just the bonuses just aren't what's good for my build.
Let us return to the Chantry.
Did that.
Sebastian, I am so sorry is such an inadequate word.
Guess she's
When
free
I
now.
think what Mother made us do, what those creatures made us do.
We were friends, Flora.
It was like a cloud came down on me. All I could feel or think was what the demon allowed.
Yeah, she was possessed. I wouldn't criticize her too harshly.
Did your mother order the attack on Sebastian's family? She did. You know Mother, Sebastian. She was always jealous of your parents. The demon twisted that until it was all she could think of. She was determined to seize Starkhaven for herself. Was your mother a mage? How did she find this demon? We've never had magic in our line. Perhaps that made Mother too confident. She thought she could deal with the demon and not fall prey to it.
Right. It is demons who should be feared, not mages.
Those ruins there were unearthed when we expanded the house. Mother found the demon inside. I think she had signed her bargain before we even knew.
That explains why the construction stopped then. She was wielding a staff though, so I assume she mage.
Don't blame your mother. The desire demon made this happen. I doubt many people will be so forgiving. If it takes every last coin my family owns, I will make reparations to everyone we've wronged.
Good.
Starting with you, Sebastian.
And bring his parents back.
We weren't the only ones vying for Starkhaven. If you face more opposition, you have my support.
It will not make up for what happened.
No, that's true.
I'll tell you when I need you.
It was kind of like the Alistair of this game, I guess. We have to help him take the throne. Throne we'll never see, though. I expect. I don't think we can go to Starkhaven. Maybe I'm wrong. You do get to leave the city during other DLC. But, oh, that's not the way out. I'm not sure if you go to Starkhaven or somewhere else. Actually, you might not even leave the city, but I think it's at least a new zone. Does it mention like robbing a noble's estate? Alright, let's go to the Chantry now and talk to him about what happened. Rubble. There's a guard like guarding the rubble. Yeah, that flawed ruby, don't want anybody taking that, do we? We need to order some more runes.
You're glaring, Anders. Is there a reason, or is it one of your moods?
Your term as captain hasn't been particularly mage-friendly.
I've only turned a handful over to the Templars.
Every despot starts somewhere.
And yet I allow an abomination to whine at me. Credit where it's due.
Wonder why she doesn't turn him in. As a favor to me, I guess, or they're not really friends. Guess they are allies, though, of a sort.
There are still many refugees.
I understand you are of noble birth.
My father was a chevalier. He had to flee Orlais when his patron was murdered.
Didn't know that.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have been suited for the life of an Orlesian noblewoman anyway.
But surely you wish it had been different. To be a lady of Orlais and not a city guardsman.
Not for one moment. I'd rather kill a bandit and save a merchant's family than know the correct dance steps and which rouge is in fashion.
Can't say I disagree.
I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the Desire Demon's touch, but I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
Wash behind the ears. Evil usually gets stuck there.
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Aren't you your parents' heir?
I'm the youngest son of 3. My parents were rather traditional. They wanted the heir and the spare, and I was left in the cold. They put me in the chantry to prevent my competing with my brothers.
I see.
You seem very dedicated to the Chantry. You were put there against your will?
At first. But it was the best thing that could have happened. I was a wild boy, a shame to my family. The Chantry made me a man. It's odd. When I wanted to rule, I would have been terrible at it. Now that I might be decent, I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
What they always say.
It's the wisdom not to want power that lets you use it wisely.
You didn't feel what that demon stirred in me. It cannot be right to lead any army to Starkhaven with such doubt in my heart. I owe you more than I can say, Hawke. I will offer my service to you here before I move on.
Yeah, another romance option.
Killing a few hundred more bandits ought to help you make up your mind.
You do have a unique way of working out your inner struggles, Hawke. Enough of this. I will make no decision today.
I suppose... Oh, yeah, new achievement. His DLC adds, in addition to a new companion, and a lot of gold, which is good, because I've been using some gold to buy him some stuff, I think. It also adds basically 1 quest per act, it seems.
I think this is yours.
Oh, the bow.
My grandfather's bow, but where did you get it?
One of the Flint Company men did some looting. I figured I'd return the favor.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
Reminds me of Nathaniel Howe a little bit.
What's the story behind that bow?
As the youngest son, it was my place to lead Starkhaven's militia. But I never had a talent for swordplay. Too much getting hit. My grandfather said the bow is the wise man's weapon. You can defend your city without opening its gates. Grandfather said the day I could pull the string on his bow, it would be mine.
Makes sense to me.
Then why didn't you have it with you?
I was 13 when my grandfather made me that promise. I would rise at dawn to practice my shots until I could hit the eye slit of a helmet from the top of the ramparts. But my parents pledged me to the Chantry before I could show him.
We asked this one already?
Then why didn't you have it with you?
Oh, yeah.
I would rise, but my parents pledged me to the Chantry before I could show him.
Were you and your grandfather close?
He was a man of the world, Prince of Starkhaven. But he had the most unshakable faith in the Maker. When my parents threatened to pledge me to the Chantry, he told me he'd gladly trade his title for a life of contemplation. The Maker ordained a place for each of us, I remember him saying. We have only to serve.
Sounds a little like the Qun. Everyone having a place added for them. A bow's better than a fem. I'm not gonna say that.
Think of them with every arrow you fire to retake your land.
Yes, this will be a fitting weapon to carry against the usurpers. Thank you for thinking of me, Hawke.
Alright, cool. Rivalry. Guess that last choice probably did it. Alright, give him... Oh, he has it equipped already? Yeah, I think so. And... it's alright. I guess with the upgrades it's better, but it's actually not a lot better. Does it level up with... No, it doesn't. Oh well, we'll use it for the time being at least. Alright, same stuff we had before. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Guess that's probably it for tonight. I should be getting some sleep.
Give me strength.
But, yep, as you can see, Act 2 is still just getting started. Still tons of quests to do. And, oh, what herbalist was the list? I want to look at that. Harlot's Blush in the Wounded Coast. Dalish Tattoo Ink. The Dalish, I guess they haven't left yet. And Vartarels. Somewhere in Sundermount. We've faced one of those before at the end of Witch Hunt. And I guess we'll face another. Alright, that is a quest for another day. I'm going to say goodnight now, and I will see you guys tomorrow.